Roblox Evade has gotten boring, and it is for two simple reasons: lack of updates and repetitive events. Evade has an obvious lack of updates. Just take a look at this year. It's all backwards. Removed Drake, I wonder why. But here's the previous year, which looks much better, and here's the first year. I wouldn't really count events as updates because they're not permanent, and the cosmetics from these events don't bring anything new to the gameplay at all. I do know the exact reason why updates have slowed down, which I'll explain in the second part of this video. Also, for many players, Evade becomes boring after reaching level 100. You have a code for this? Okay.
You definitely have enough money to buy it, I can tell you that.
We've seen everything the game has to offer, and one of the reasons to keep playing is to reach level 125, the last level milestone. So far, we've had 9 events. In the first year of Evade, the Halloween and Christmas ones were very exciting, since they came with many new maps and massive battle passes, where for example, you spend tickets for Halloween cosmetics, which are limited time. You could find these tickets around most maps, with there being 3 types of them: red, which gives 1 ticket, orange for 4, and gold for 10. For Christmas, it was presents. This was the last year we would see any new event maps. On to the next year, where each event didn't have any new maps. All of them were like usual, collecting blank around the map to spend on a battle pass. April Fool's was the only one that was unique. It lasted for 1 day, and instead of collecting something for a battle pass, the maps are just messed up. It was a fun experience, especially when you could play Desert Bus but the floor's lava.
No. I'm just gonna be up here. Okay, it's gone. So that's where the lava part comes in. I was wondering.
Or Seraph Research, but the map is huge.
Look at how smooth the next spots are. Oh, this map is huge. Oh my god.
And finally, the Christmas event, which was very disappointing. First of all, Evade did bring some Christmas maps back, and that's it. There wasn't any new Christmas maps, they were all from 2022.
What the f— Oh, that's going in the video.
The saddest part of this event was the battle pass. It was 2 pages long with 11 rewards. To give you some perspective, the first Christmas event had 98. If you're wondering why Halloween is grayed out, it's because it got skipped for reasons I'll get into later. And lastly, for this year, the April Fool's event did something new, which was swapping with Nico's next bots and having the Invade game mode, which was a campaign mission showcasing the Overhaul update. And unlike last year's April Fool's, this one did give out free item skins to anyone that played. My point is that all Evade events except April Fool's are the exact same. They follow the formula of collecting something around the map to then spend it on a battle pass. Now I'll be talking about other problems that exist due to a lack of updates, which makes Evade boring. Evade hasn't had a new map in 15 months. 9 if you count the secret loop map. There are currently 37 playable maps, and let's be honest, you have most likely played all of them already many times. There's some that players try to avoid, such as Catacombs, Work Facility, and Kyoto for various reasons, such as being small or too dark. There's some maps that are chosen so much, a problem so significant that the developers chose to decrease the chances of these maps appearing, such as Desert Bus and Four Corners. Not to mention, there exists a graveyard of removed maps which are mostly from Christmas and Halloween events. The only interesting maps are all expert ones, which each have their own hazards, with Scorching Outpost having rising lava, Train Terminal having trains obviously, and trap rooms having doors that open and close, where if you get trapped, you get killed by rising lava. Secret maps like Brutalist Void and Loop will get boring fast for obvious reasons. I'd say the most fun maps are Train Terminal and Trap Rooms. Of course, there are other maps that can be fun if you're a movement player, but that's a whole topic for another video. The daily missions will get old really quick, as there are 11 of them in the missions pool, which 3 are picked from there every day. These missions haven't been updated in nearly 2 years, since this video from 2022 showcases all of them and they're the exact same. The daily missions are also part of the reason why some people still play Evade. Most players complete the daily missions and then leave, if they don't want to grind for any money or levels. Just like the daily missions, the daily store will also get old, but much later. It will be around the time you reach level 100 or even less. You've seen everything the shop has to offer. I think Evade right now has 6 types of players. The noob, this is someone who has found Evade for the first time, and I think this is a type of player that's part of the reason Evade is still alive. The average player. This is someone who isn't a noob or a pro. They enjoy playing Evade and haven't yet experienced everything the game has to offer many times, so it's not boring for them. The pro. This is someone who fell down the Evade Movement Pro pipeline, most likely because there's nothing else to do in Evade. The social space player. This is someone who always plays social space. They probably use TikTok, no offense, they are players who are also helping keep Evade alive. The farmer or camper. This is someone who's so bored of Evade they resort to AFKing to level up or earn tokens. This shows a lack of engagement and motivation to actively play the game. It's no different to Soul's RNG gameplay at this point. And finally, the event player. This is someone who only plays event during events. This would be the average player that has seen everything the game has to offer, so they choose to only play during events. This is Evade's biggest and most anticipated update. It's the reason why updates on Legacy Evade have slowed down. This was first leaked by Oyster on the 4th of February 2023 in the Evade Discord server. Gonna elaborate on what's been going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of rewriting and new stuff going on. We're in the process of making an overhaul update. Practically everything you know about the game is either being changed, reworked or updated to feel better. It will still be largely similar, but it will feel more refined, if that makes sense. Of course, there's a lot of gameplay elements we've got in the workings too, including some new movement mechanics that will spice up maps, unlockables, etc. However, a lot of these things are still being tested and being checked for viability in this future update. In the future, I'll likely leak elements and potentially do public testing events to gauge feedback. Thanks for sticking around. I hope that what we are working on will be a pleasant surprise once we can reveal more details. Reminder that none of the core gameplay will change. What's in progress right now will just freshen up the game without impacting what made it fun in the first place. This Evade 2.0 update or overhaul was hyped for so long I thought it was going to release in August last year. We got so many leaks such as new deployable skins, new doors, a cannon deployable, ambushing next bots, elevators, night vision and flashlight at the same time, spectator mode, desert bus getting deleted, Evade in VR, LiDAR special round, the new lobby, 3D next bots, community servers, and many new and overhauled maps. This huge update was originally going to release last year with the Halloween event on the 31st of October or the 1st of November, depending on where you live. And well, you know where this is going. It was a disaster. And it only lasted for 8 minutes. Overhaul's here, right? And then a few minutes later, Evade's gone. This is what the new icon is. They had a bunch of problems updating Evade. So many problems just updating it. Let's take a look at some of the game feedback. Can't slide jump, can't. Hermes is nerfed. Okay. This is the new lobby, by the way, if you haven't seen it. It's Halloween themed as well, so it's not like in the leaks. Here's someone from my server just moving around the lobby, and we're going to also be b-hopping as well. Come on, b-hop. Yeah, which looks pretty weird. I really like the lobby. This person just has it on low graphics, so it looks really bad. After 3 hours of streaming, Evade did return, but without the overhaul update or Halloween event. Evade's online? Evade's here! Evade's here! Oh my god, Evade! Spam W in chat. 3 months later, on the 26th of January, Beef has announced this. Just a small announcement that I, alongside some other content creators in public testing, will be streaming overhaul testing for a few hours tomorrow. It won't be anything professional like showcasing every single thing, but more so of a chill hangout while we play Evade. I participated in this, so I had to wake up early. The highlights of the showcase were the game modes: Infection, Prop Hunt,
Watermelon escaped! There's a watermelon. There's a watermelon.
Okay, I hope you all enjoyed the stream whether you were watching through the live stage or through another content creator's live stream. Everything shown is not final and is rather proof that there is more coming to Evade than just new next bots and maps. There's still plenty of bugs and additions that have to be tweaked, so take everything with a grain of salt and uncertainty. What if I told you you could play this Evade Overhaul update early? It's in a secret game that's hidden from the group, Evade Testing. As you can see, it's closed right now, but there are moments where it opens to everyone. The developers of Evade have decided to introduce Overhaul slowly into the main game, instead of switching it to Overhaul just like last November, where it was a disaster. This is Parity update number 1, which was released with the 2024 St. Patrick's event. It wasn't really game changing. All it did was change some of the UI to look like overhauls. The biggest part of this update in terms of content was the next bot, which there were so many new ones now. None of the 3D next bots of course, because that's for when Overhaul actually releases. Parity update number 2 is Overhaul. That's it, but initially without the R15 characters. The Overhaul update would have released last November if it went smoothly. Since then, me and other public testers were invited to help find bugs in Overhaul. Here's a quote of Oyster, one of the main developers of Evade, about the plan on how they're going to do the Overhaul update. There's been some restructuring on how the updates will be handled. The plan was to release updates to the main game to make it more like the new update, but that's been unnecessarily time consuming to do. So instead I'm doing the reverse and taking Overhaul and making it closer to the original. So the menu will be near identical and the only rig will be R6 for example. For the next update, the only major changes that you'll have to adjust to will be some of the new UI and the new maps and special rounds and such. Roblox Evade has gotten boring due to a lack of updates, repetitive events and maps, daily missions and store getting stale over time due to no new content, and the Overhaul update taking too long to release. I wish the developers well and hope they release it this or next month. This has been RobTosPro and see you in another video.